Hello friends, in the last video we have seen the compass surveying and the next topic is the leveling. Okay, so if you see the purpose of the leveling, it is used to determine the elevation of the points. Okay, so leveling is conducted to determine the elevations of the points. Then if you see the important terms of the leveling, first one is the level surface. What is level surface is, you know that earth surface is like this. Okay, earth surface is like this. Okay, now whatever the surface parallel to the mean earth surface, okay, whatever the surface parallel to the mean earth surface, that is called as the level surface. So now this is the earth surface, this is parallel to the earth surface, so this will be one level surface, this is also parallel to the earth surface, so this will be another level surface. Like that, number of level surfaces exist parallel to the earth surface. Okay, then next one is horizontal surface. So what is horizontal surface is, take any point on the level surface. Okay, take any point on the level surface and draw a tangent there. You draw a tangent there. So this surface will be called as horizontal surface. Suppose you have taken the point here. Okay, you have taken the point on the level surface here. Then if you draw a tangent, the tangent will be like this. So the point is, if you see at this point, okay, if you stand at this point, this will be your level surface. If you stand at the this will be your horizontal surface. If you stand at this point, this will be your horizontal surface. So now you take different points on the level surface, you will get a different tangential surface, that means a different horizontal surface. So at each point on level surface, one horizontal surface exists. Okay, then next one is the line of sight. What is line of sight is, if you take the telescope, it consists of eyepiece and it consists of object piece. Okay, telescope consists of eyepiece and object piece. Here on the eyepiece you can see the crosshairs like this, and here in the object piece there will be optical center. Okay, there will be optical center. Now the line joining the intersection of crosshairs to optical center, that is called as the line of sight. What is line of sight? A line joining the intersection of crosshairs to optical center of object piece. Okay, so that is called as the line of sight. Then next one is the mean sea level, MSL. MSL means what? Mean sea level. Okay, so what is mean sea level is, suppose if you go to any port, you go to any port and check the sea levels there, check the sea levels there, whether they will be constant in nature, they will be keep fluctuating, they will be keep fluctuating. Now because of this fluctuating, suppose today the sea level may be like this and tomorrow the sea level may be like this, and day after tomorrow the sea level may be like this. So now, as the sea levels are different on different day, we have to find the mean sea level. Okay, we have to find the mean sea level. So how to determine that mean sea level is, we have to determine the sea level. We have to calculate the average of the successive 19 years data. That means for 19 years continuously, every day you have to take the sea levels, and if you take the average of that, then you will get the mean sea level. Now, in case of the India, the mean sea level is determined at the Mumbai port. Okay, in India, mean sea level is determined at the Mumbai port. Okay, then next let us see the types of the leveling. So I told that purpose of the leveling is to determine the elevation of the point. Now different types of levels exist. Different types of levelings exist. So what are they is, first one is the barometric leveling. What is barometric leveling is, suppose there are 2 points on the terrain like this. There are 2 points on the terrain like this. Now first keep your barometer here. Okay, keep your barometer here. So once if you keep the barometer, what is the purpose of it? It will measure the atmospheric pressure at this point. Okay, barometer will measure the atmospheric pressure at this point. Now keep the barometer here also. So here you got the reading B1 and here you got the reading B2. That means you got the atmospheric pressure at both the points. So you know that with variation in the altitude, atmospheric pressure also varies. So based on the difference between this atmospheric pressure, we can determine the difference between the elevation. So in the barometric leveling, difference between the elevation is determined by measuring the atmospheric pressure. Okay, now this process is not accurate because whatever the atmospheric pressure is there, it's not just depends on the altitude, it depends on the number of factors, like it depends on temperature, okay, and it depends on wind, these things. So you cannot say that barometric leveling is accurate. And the next one is hypsometry. Hypsometry is somewhat similar to the barometric leveling, but in the hypsometric leveling, in the hypsometry, what we do is instead of measuring this atmospheric pressure, we will determine the boiling point of water. Okay, we'll determine the boiling point of water. So at this point, you have to determine the boiling point of water. At this point, you have to determine the boiling point of water. Now, based on the difference between boiling point of water at both the points, you can determine the difference between the elevation. So again, this process is not accurate as I told, like barometric leveling. Then next one is the direct leveling. So what is direct leveling is, suppose 2 points are there here. Suppose 2 points are there here. Now, in between the 2 points, we will establish an instrument. Okay, we will establish an instrument which provides the horizontal line of sight. Then what we do is, we will place the staff here first and we will take the staff reading. And here also we will place the staff, and here also we will take the staff reading. Okay, now based on the difference between staff readings, you can determine the difference between elevation of these 2 points. Such a kind of leveling is called as direct leveling. So in the direct leveling, we will determine the difference between elevation by determining the staff readings. Okay, so next one is the trigonometric leveling. In trigonometric leveling, what we do is, so here suppose 2 points are there. Now this point is nearer, suppose this point is nearer. So first we will take the staff reading at this point. Then after taking the staff reading at this point, here we will not take the staff reading. Instead, using the theodolite, okay, we will keep the theodolite here. So by keeping the theodolite, we will measure the vertical angle towards this point. Okay, we will measure what? Vertical angle towards this point. Now, once if you determine the vertical angle based on the trigonometric calculations, okay, based on the trigonometric calculations, we can determine the difference between the elevation of these 2 points. Okay, so as you are using trigonometric calculations, this kind of leveling is called as trigonometric leveling. So remember that in trigonometric leveling, the instrument used is theodolite, and we will determine the difference between the elevation by measuring the vertical angles. Okay, so these are the 4 types of the leveling we have. But now in this chapter, we are going to see only the direct leveling. So when I say direct leveling, what are the instruments we are using? We are using the instrument called as a level, and we are using the instrument called as a staff. So let us see about those 2 instruments. Okay, now the first kind of instrument we are using is a spirit level. Level is also called as spirit level. Okay, so what is this spirit level is? It is an instrument which provides the horizontal line of sight. Okay, spirit level is an instrument which provides the horizontal line of sight. Then various types of levels are dumpy level, Y level, reversible level, and tilting level. So total 4 types of levels are there, and in these 4 types of levels, with which level you can do the leveling easily is tilting level. Makes leveling easy. Then in all these 4 instruments, okay, that means in the spirit level, we use the Kepler type of telescope. Okay, so level is provided with which type of telescope? Kepler telescope, and this Kepler telescope is provided with the double convex lens. Okay, Kepler telescope is provided with the double convex lens. So using this double convex lens, the advantage is we can eliminate the aberrations. We can eliminate what? We can eliminate the aberrations. Okay. Then next instrument is the leveling staff. This leveling staff is an instrument which determines the distance between the station and the line of sight. Okay, suppose this is the instrument we are keeping here, and here there is the station. Now your line of sight is like this. So when this is the line of sight, using the staff we can determine the distance between the line of sight and the station. Now there are two types of leveling staffs are there. One is the self-reading staff and second one is the target staff. So if you use the self-reading staff, whoever the instrument man is there, that means one person will be standing here, okay, one person will be standing here, and this person is called as instrument man, and whoever the person standing here, that man is called as staff man. Suppose if the reading can be taken by instrument man, then the staff is called as self-reading staff. If the reading is taken by the staff man, if the reading is taken by the staff man, then the staff is target staff. So in the self-reading staff, reading is taken by the instrument man, and in the target staff, reading is taken by the staff man. That's the difference between them. And whatever the staff it is, the least count of the staff will be 5 mm. Okay, the least count of the staff will be 5 mm. That means here each 1 centimeter is divided into 2 divisions. Okay, then let us see the important terms of the direct leveling. So first term is the line of collimation. What is this line of collimation is? As I told earlier, the instrument consists of eyepiece and object piece. So this object piece consists of the optical center, and the line joining these 2 points is called as what? Line of sight. Okay, now if the line of sight is horizontal, that can be also called as line of collimation. So line of collimation means nothing but horizontal line of sight. Then next one is staff reading. So what is this staff reading is? So here we are keeping the staff, and this is our line of sight. Okay, this is our line of collimation. So the distance between the line of sight and the station, okay, the distance between the line of sight and the station, that is called as staff reading. But it is which kind of distance? It is the vertical distance. So the vertical distance between the line of sight and the station, that is called as the staff reading. Okay, then next one is the benchmark. What is benchmark is, while conducting the surveys, we have to know at least one point for which you already know the elevation. Okay, you have to take a reference point for which already you know the elevation. So that point is called as benchmark. So what is benchmark is? It is the point of known elevation. Benchmark is the point of known elevation. The next one is the backside. What is backside is? So here we are taking the staff reading on the benchmark, and already we know the elevation of the benchmark. So now if you take any staff reading on the point of known elevation, okay, if you take any staff reading on the point of known elevation, that is called as backside. Okay, so backside is the staff reading on point of known elevation. Okay, then what is foresight is? Suppose if you take this point, before conducting the survey, you do not know what is the elevation of this point. Okay, so the staff reading taken on the point of unknown elevation, that is called as foresight. But remember that when I say foresight, that is the last staff reading from the given instrument position. Okay, so last staff reading from the given instrument position, that is called as foresight. Suppose you have placed the staff here. Okay, that means first you have taken the back side here, then you have placed the staff here first and you have taken one reading, and you have placed the staff here and you have taken another reading, and you have placed the staff here and you have taken another reading here. Then this two will not be the foresight, only the last staff reading will be the foresight. Instead this will become the intermediate sight. Okay, this will become what? Intermediate sight. So what is intermediate sight is? It is the staff reading taken between backside and foresight. Okay, foresight means staff reading taken on the point of unknown elevation, but it should be the last staff reading from the given instrument position. And intermediate sight is also taken on the point of unknown elevation, but what is the different? What is the difference? It is not the last staff reading from the given instrument position. So next one is the height of the instrument. What is the height of instrument is? It is the height of the line of sight. Okay, it is the RL of the line of sight. Okay, so RL of the line of sight, that is called as height of instrument. So how to determine this height of instrument is HI equal to, already we know the elevation of this point. So elevation of benchmark plus this staff reading taken here. What is the staff reading taken here? That is the backside. That is the backside. So height of instrument equal to elevation of benchmark plus backside. So like this you can determine the height of instrument. And these are the important terms in the direct leveling. And in the next video, we will see the types of direct leveling. They are simple leveling, differential leveling, and reciprocal leveling. If you like our video, please share it to your friends and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.